If you wish to be rich, you will be rich. If you wish to be successful, you will be successful. But you cannot rely on your wishes alone, or you cannot wish 100 other things that are incompatible with what's gonna make you become rich. So it's not about wishing and prayer, it's about practicing, believing strongly that whatever you focus on, you would give in more than 100%. But then you must realize that there will be obstacles on the way. But as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep believing, never giving up, keep going at it until you will come out successful. But we mustn't sit on our hand and wish 1,000 things without practicing one thing strongly. They say you should be scared of someone who practices one thing 1,000 times than someone who practices 1,000 things one time. We humans are in control of our lives. We've been given the ability to make our life become what we want it to be. Right from birth, we've been given the ability to think, the ability to become more than animals. Even in the Bible, Mark 9:23 says, "If thou shalt believe, all things are possible to him that believeth." This is the Bible for the Christian believers. One of the greatest speakers I've known, Vincent Norman Peale, says, "The greatest law in the universe is if you think in a negative terms, you would get negative results." So if you wake up every day and think, "I'm gonna fail, things are so hard for me, there's no way I can succeed," of course, that thing you fear are upon you. If you wake up every day and all you do is wish negativity on other people, that thing you wish on other people become upon you, because that's what you inhabit. But if you think in a positive terms, you will achieve positive results. Why? Because what you think, you become. These are the basic laws of prosperity and success. Believe and succeed. But it doesn't stop at the point of believing. Believe is like faith. Because belief makes you keep working on something, believing it's going to come true. Believing doesn't say fold your hands and it ends there. Belief says, I believe this thing is going to come true for me, therefore I must keep going at it until. William Shakespeare says, "Our doubts are traitors, and they make us lose the good we often might win by fearing to attempt." You see, when you fear, when you're scared of everything, it stops you from having a goal, from taking a shot, from trying, because you have already confined yourself to lose it. Like, well, I'm going to lose anyway. What does it matter? But when you have positivity, that's the faith. When people talk about faith, the faith is about trying. The faith is about giving. The faith is about continuing to walk towards something. That is faith. Faith is not praying and folding your hands and wishing you're going to have miracle every single day. Faith is believing that this thing I'm doing, I'm going to succeed at the end. As far as I focus 100% on it and I keep doing it, that is faith. George Bernard Shaw says, people are always blaming their circumstance for what they are. But he continues to say, I don't believe in circumstance. The people who get on this world are the people who get on and look for the circumstance they want. And if they can't find it, they make them for themselves. So these are the people who comes from the poorest background, no silver spoon, but they say to themselves, I have to be the breaking point. I have to change this pattern. These circumstances, wherever I am, it's not good for me. I'm going to make an environment that's suitable for me and my family. Those are the people who get on in this world. Well, let's ask ourselves this. How many of us are still out there waiting for the economy to change, waiting for people to change, waiting for everything to become perfect, waiting for the perfect weather before we take our first step? They say you become what you think. And only those who are thinking of something would want to reach it. Simply those who think about nothing actually becomes nothing, because they have nothing to work towards. They say a man with no goal, no destination, is full of anger and worry, becomes what he thinks about. People who think about nothing becomes nothing. Our minds are like the soil, they say. We are allowed to plant whatever we want. Whatever you put in it, it gives back to you in multiple proportion. You plant one seed of corn, before you know, you have a farm of corn. And our minds are even richer than that. But most of us have decided to park it somewhere, to leave it to fallow, to live like an animal, to be dependent on other people who have exactly the same mind as us, the same ability as us. We blame everything around us on circumstance. But these are the law of the universe. We can't change it. If you jump off a building with no parachute, you're gonna fall to your death. Even with a parachute, you're still gonna fall. Maybe it might just break your fall, but you will fall. That's it. You can't jump off a building and suddenly you're going up like a helium balloon. These are the law. If you think of something, you have to work towards it. They say every human being is a sum total of his own thoughts. You are where you are because that is where you truly want to be. Why? Because you're very comfortable in that position. Lobsters shed their exoskeleton when they becoming too big, because nature tells them it's time to do that, get a new skeleton. But we human, we don't have that. We just wait and wait and wait. We just wait. We're so comfortable here. Why should I try? At least I'm making a living. At least I'm surviving. But what becomes of the people who comes after you? If you came from somewhere where no one gave you an advantage, a ladder to start on, what about the people that comes behind you? Are you willing to let them go through the same thing you have gone through? Can't you at least give them an opportunity to start from somewhere? Can't you at least have something to pass down to say, okay, maybe, please, this is a warning for you. Don't do like I have done. Don't do the opposite of everything I've done. At least have that in writing to pass on to someone. So like, please, this is all I've done, and that's why I'm like this today. Please don't do this. We must live off the fruit of our thoughts. What we think about what becomes. Our minds are guided. Our thoughts are guided by our minds. There's a wise saying that to succeed, you actually need exactly the same power to succeed as much as you need to fail. That every limitation we have are self-imposed. Why? Because we've made the decision that we're not going to succeed before we actually start. They say some people, they wake up and live. They act as if it's impossible for them to fail, and that's why they never fail. They succeed. Regardless of what they're going through, they focus and they work on it. They are consistent. They never give in. They never give up. Why? They believe that they would come out trumps. When we refuse to believe that there are any circumstance strong enough to defeat us from reaching our goal, when we believe that we are always standing in the middle of opportunity, we become ready to pay the price for what we want. We get ready to take the action for our dreams, because it's dreams, plans. These are nothing without action, without execution, without practice, without belief, without faith. And belief and faith, I keep telling you, is working towards. You can't have belief and faith with something and not give it a go. That is a simple wish. The English says, let's have it. Let's have it. So wake up, live it, and act as if it's impossible to fail in whatever you're doing. Believe like as if it's impossible to fail. That's the only way you can continuously drive towards whatever you're doing. Have the belief that there is no way I'm going to fail in whatever I'm doing. I'm giving 100% every single day. It is impossible to fail. And that's the way you're going to succeed. Why? Because that's your faith. That's your belief. That is your action. Believe that it's been accomplished. And then watch yourself succeed. Watch people say to you, he is lucky. is always in the right place.